Hari Om. Welcome back to our continuing study of Shrimad Bhagawad Geetha from the pages of Poojya Swamiji's, Poojya Swami Dayananda Saraswati's Geetha home study course. In these sessions, we are together exploring chapter 2 of Shrimad Bhagawad Geetha titled Sankhya Yoga. We are presently studying Shloka 48 of this chapter, in which Pujya Swamiji has begun to talk about the four types of karma that are enjoined by our Vedas. Pujya Swamiji will also talk about the four ashramas later on. Of the four enjoined karmas, we looked at Kamya karma and Nitya karmas from a Vedic angle. Now, Swamiji continues in the same vein of talking about how these karmas that were performed by the Nitya karmas that were performed by a Grihastha, how they get modified. When a married person withdraws, when a married person withdraws from the duties of a householder and enters the next stage of life called Vanaprastha Ashrama, a few more karmas are added. A few more karmas are added. These are of the nature of meditation. In this third stage of life, Sandhya Vandana and Agnihotra rituals must still be performed. Must still be performed. There is no way of escaping these karmas except by sannyasa or death, like Pujya Swamiji mentioned earlier. In sannyasa, the vow or commitment, diksha, taken earlier to perform these rituals is given up. And the person is no longer bound to do these karmas. One's hair and the various accoutrements of the earlier initiation are also given up, including the Gayatri Mantra. Including the Gayatri Mantra. Here, Swamiji is talking about the Nitya karmas being given up because the person is now going to be initiated into sannyasa, ashrama sannyasa. Before moving further, I wanted to share with you Swami Paramarthananda's favorite topic when it comes to teaching about these karmas, especially the Nitya karmas. Nitya karmas. Although Pujya Swamiji is talking to us from a Vedic design point of view, Swami Paramarthananda also picks up a few points from one of the Upanishads, which talks about the Pancha Mahayajnas Pancha Mahayajnas, the five great forms of worship that are also enjoined by our Vedas as Nitya Karmas. We have talked about the Panchamahayajnas earlier. In this context, I will list out the Panchamahayajnas. We will talk about them in a little bit of detail a little later. In this context, I will only list out the names of the Panchamahayajnas. First yajna is called Deva Yajna, directly worshipping God by way of a puja or by participating in a the puja can be at home or participating in a puja at a temple. Then the second of the five Mahayajnas is Brahma Yajna, involving the study of our scriptures as a mark of respect to all the Rishi Ganas, and through the Rishi Ganas showing, expressing our devotion to God. Studying our scriptural texts can be in any language as long as they talk about the core principle of Jivatma Paramatma Aikyam, directly or indirectly. Then the third yajna, Mahayajna, is Pitru Yajna. Pitru Yajna. Reverential, a reverential attitude, a bhavana that is expressed in taking care of our forefathers, our parents, our immediate parents, while they are living, reverentially, respectfully, lovingly taking care of them is Pitru Yajna. And of course, later performing Pitru Shraddham to benefit their spiritual journey in their next janmas, if at all they are ajnanis. Then the fourth Mahayajna is Manushya Yajna, a reverential attitude in serving mankind. The first yajna and the second yajna also have to be performed with a lot of reverence. Reverence towards God, reverence towards our rishis, reverence towards our parents, Pitru Yajna, reverence towards mankind, a reverential attitude towards mankind and serving them in any manner possible. Manava Seva is equal to Madhava Seva. And the fifth of the Panchamahayajnas is Bhuta Yajna. Reverentially and courteously, with a lot of kindness, with a lot of empathy, taking care of the flora and fauna around us. These five Mahayajnas, Swami Paramarthananda considers of paramount importance for a grihastha to perform daily. Nitya karmani. Nitya karmani. No compromise. One need not perform them elaborately, but whatever one performs it with a lot of reverence, a lot of humility, with an attitude of serving God. Patram pushpam phalam toyam yome bhaktya prayachati. Tadaham bhaktyupahrutam ashnami prayatatmanaha, says Lord Krishna in the ninth chapter of Shrimad Bhagawad Geetha. I wanted to share the names of these Panchamahayajnas with all of you in the context of the Nitya Karmas that Poojya Swamiji was talking about a little earlier. Then Puja Swamiji was talking about what it means, what is involved in the sannyasa ritual. Puja Swamiji was saying one has to give up the diksha that was taken up in the earlier ashrama. The diksha that was taken earlier to perform the Sandhya Vandana, the Agnihotra rituals, etc., is given up. The person is no longer bound to these karmas. One's hair and the various akutrama of the earlier initiation are also given up, including the Gayatri mantra. Swamiji goes on to say only the Omkara remains and a few essentials. That is in the case of sannyasa ashrama. By saying that he is no longer interested in gaining heaven, having children, and so on, and by saying that no one should be afraid of him thereafter, a man or a woman becomes a sannyasi. It is a very serious commitment. It's a very, very serious commitment. But until sannyasa, he must definitely perform the various rituals enjoined by the Veda. Performing these nitya karmas, you do gain results in the form of punya or antahkarana shuddhi. One does gain antahkarana shuddhi. But the main point here is that they are to be done daily and generally they are done. Naimittika karmas. Swamiji goes on to the next set of karmas. Naimittika karmas, on the other hand, are those rituals to be done on particular occasions. Are those rituals that are to be done on a particular occasion. At a particular time, on a particular day, like on the anniversary of the death of one's mother or father, for example. Such a ritual is called Shraddha, which must be performed monthly on the new moon day, and a more elaborate ritual is done on the anniversary date itself. This too is done until sannyasa. Shraddha is not done daily and is only done if one's father or mother has passed away. Shraddha is done in continuation of the Pitru Yajna that we talked about in the context of the Panchamaha Yajnas. An important karma that a grihastha has to perform, although not daily, but has to perform as a part of dedicating himself reverentially to the cause of his Pitrus, not only his immediate parents, but his grandparents and his forefathers. And by reverentially serving them through Shraddha, he or she is actually serving God. It is only when one has Shraddha will Shraddha be meaningful. Because Shraddha generates Adrishta Phalam, and one cannot see where this Adrishta Phalam gets deposited. Swami Paramarthananda says all the punyam generated from all these Nitya and Naimittika Karmani are deposited in Ishvara's universal bank, which Parameshwara uses for various purposes. The punya directly serving the cause of the grihasthas forefathers, and also indirectly taking care of the welfare of the universe. So Shraddha is not done daily and is only done if one's father or mother has passed away. Because these karmas are done on a particular occasion, nimitta, they are called naimittika karmas. They're called naimittika karmas. Naimittika karmas are generally performed by householders, although the Shraddha karma mentioned above, is done by everyone except sannyasis. Other Naimittika karmas performed by householders include the rituals done on the day when the northern and southern solstices begin. Eclipses of the sun and the moon are also recognized in this way. Shraddha and Tarpana, based on ancient methods of calculation. It has been said that if you think the Shastra is false, wait for an eclipse. Wait for an eclipse. Finally, karmas that are done to right a wrong called prayaschitta karmas, are performed when what is not to be done was done, or there was some omission during the performance of any ritual. Thus, a particular karma can neutralize the results of wrong action, be it an omission or a commission. An example of prayaschitta karmas is Chandrayana. Is Chandrayana, wherein you regulate the amount of food you eat for 1 month. Beginning on the full moon day, you take the amount of food that you would ordinarily eat. The next day, you cut it down by 1/15th, and the second day by another 15th, continuing in this way until the new moon day. During which you eat nothing at all. Then you begin again on the first day after the new moon on the Prathama by taking 1/15th, then 2/15ths on the second day, adding increments of 1/15th portion each day until the full moon day, when again you eat as before. During this entire period, certain rituals are performed. Prayaschitta karma then is the fourth type of karma, a karma of atonement. Karma of atonement. The next topic, important topic that Poojya Swamiji will deal with is the purpose of Karma Yoga, which we will study in the upcoming capsules and take it forward. Until then, Hari Om. ॐ दुर्जनः सज्जनो भूयात् सज्जनः शान्तिमाप्नुयात् शान्तो मुच्येत बन्धेभ्यः मुक्तश्चान्यान् विमोचयेत् सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्तिः 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 हरिः ॐ श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ॐ